What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and once again, man, Netmarble has knocked it out of the park with these sneak peeks. This is a really spectacular sneak peek that they did for these two characters right over here in Scream and Age of Venom, which I'm super happy about, and we're going to talk about. But let's take a look at this trailer, guys, because this is sick. Got the old classic music here. Look at the artwork. That is sick. Now, it's not much of a trailer, right, as far as like the length, right? There isn't a lot to it. I mean, it's only a 15-second trailer, but I mean, look at Scream, right? She looks crazy. Like this artwork, this animation style, like especially with the goose splitting apart, is awesome. Like this looks, I really love the diversity that they're doing with these trailers, like changing up shop, making them look different from each other. It really keeps things spicy and interesting for all of us players, man. I really appreciate what Netmarble is doing with these trailers. I mean, and not to mention that it's very exciting that Scream's getting something, because this is a free-to-play character. This is a completely free-to-play character. And then you got this guy who's a very beloved character, especially for Symbiote fans, in Agent Venom. And I'm really happy to see that he's got the classic look. Finally, we have the classic look for Agent Venom, something that we haven't had for a long time. I mean, we have the white uniform here, right? And then we have this thing right here, but we didn't have that classic look. And Venom actually at one time was a meta character in the game. This guy was an ABX meta, short-lived. He wasn't a meta very long. I think he was only a meta for like, I think about 2 months at the time, if my memory serves me correctly, because Wolverine, whenever he first showed up, took over the AVX spot for Venom. I mean, it was so wacky at that time, because, well, it's actually something that Netmarble did quite a bit back in those days, is that they would introduce a character, especially a paywall like this, they'd be meta for a short time, and they switch it up. They did that a lot back in the day, man. We'd have a meta for maybe a month or 2 months, and then they switch up and give us a different meta. They don't do it as bad anymore, thank God. And this is a character, you know, I do have a little love into. And also, guys, he is a paywall, but you can farm for this character in the story. You can pick this guy up in the story mode, not the story mode, I'm sorry, in the Dimension missions. I don't know why I got those confused. But in the Dimension missions, you can actually pick up this character, which is awesome. If you take a look here, there he is, which is nice. Now, I know it takes a long time to get those bios, especially if you're going to be free to play. I mean, I do have some bios already for the character from just playing those Dimension missions. You know, I got 150 of them lying around, and that's going to be the bad thing about them. It's really just his uniform, right? The fact that you're going to have to either, you know, use a mega uniform ticket, which costs about 40 American dollars, or you're just going to have to buy a bio set, which is what I would recommend for anybody if they're going to spend a little money on his uniform, if it's actually really good, which we hope it will be. It could, because it's going to be much cheaper doing it that way instead of going out and buy a mega uniform ticket. Now, what are these characters going to get? Well, I'm pretty much assuming that they're going to get awakened skills. Now, we don't really know, right? We know that Venom is actually getting a tier 4, but I'm almost willing to bet, almost guarantee that Scream here is probably going to get an awakened skill. I don't really see them giving her a transcendent. By the way, I need to be working on my potential. I need to get this leveled up so that way I can, you know, do a review about her early, hopefully, get her to level 70 as quickly as possible. But I'm pretty sure she's going to get an awakened skill. And this is a really good character already, right? Really, the thing that hurts Scream the most is the fact that she doesn't have a, you know, an awakening. She doesn't have a tier 3. She doesn't have an awakening. And at this day and age in Marvel Future Fight, that's what we all need, right? For really any of the viable content or the, you know, legitimate content, right? I mean, there's some things you can use tier 2 characters in, obviously, but World Boss Legend, you know, Timeline Battle, I mean, you need tier 3s or tier 4s now, obviously, or awakened characters. So I'm really happy to see that she's getting some love. Hopefully she's really good, because again, this is a free to play character, which is awesome. But we also will have Venom in the update. So I mean, so far we got Venom, we have Scream, we have Agent Venom, and I'm very excited for this, man. I mean, this is nice, man. This character really did go over really well when she showed up. And the funny thing is, she's actually quite strong, especially with her, you know, the guaranteed critical rate, which works really well with the rage. Character can actually play well with her proc, the way she is right now. But I mean, she does have, you know, the ADD, or all defense down, which is nice. And, you know, having that big attack buff is sweet. But one thing she's missing, guys, is the fact that she doesn't have accumulation. And really the same thing for Agent Venom, right? They don't have accumulations in their kit at all, which is kind of, kind of sucks, right? It really hurts their damage. I mean, this is always nice, and something that's always been nice about Venom is the fact that he had already built-in critical damage, which is really cool, right? And he actually plays really well. He's a little tricky sometimes with a proc. I mean, for some players, he's a little tricky. He's not too bad for me, if you play with him enough. But, I mean, his heal is just, he has an amazing heal built into his kit, as he should. He's got a really great leadership. So even if this character isn't good, which I hope to God he is, he's still going to have a really good support passive, right? He's still going to have a good leadership. So if they gave him a buff, like with his uniform, some kind of symbiote synergy, that would be sick. Or even with Scream, right? I mean, that could be what they do, right? Maybe they would just have this physical attack leadership for Venom, make him a pretty good character. I don't know how strong he'll be, but we'll see. We all hope for the most, right? And maybe Scream, they would give some kind of symbiote passive to make her more relevant. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. You never know with Netmarble. Sometimes they make free-to-play characters just godly. I mean, look at Kamala Khan. I mean, sometimes they do. They just make free-to-play characters so powerful more often than not. So we never really know what they're going to do with these characters. I'm just hoping now we see some accumulation on them. Hopefully it's accumulation within their skills and not just on their awakened skill. Hopefully they're really, really strong, and maybe they'll have some PvP viability. Maybe they'll do like a little combo thing where they have like ignore iframe. They have some good built-in heals, as the symbiote should have, and then maybe they'll have some synergy amongst each other where they can decrease damage received from super villains, things of that nature. Maybe that'd help them be better in timeline. I mean, there's all kinds of things they can do to make these characters better. I really would like to see the combo set up to where they can be used for like PvP and PvE. I mean, I think it really makes a lot of sense for the symbiote characters because, I mean, they're symbiotes. They can heal. They can regenerate all the time, right? They're not going to die. But that remains to be seen, guys. I mean, I'm super excited. That trailer was freaking lit. That is a super awesome trailer. For only being a 15-second trailer, that was a pretty amazing trailer. So guys, let me know what you think about the trailer for Agent Venom and Scream. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GG+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See everybody.